Hi everyone, so today's video is going to be another anti-haul. This is, I think, number 4. This is definitely number 4 in my series of what I'm not going to buy. So I've got a lot to talk about today. I am going to be going over YouTube collaborations that I am not going to be buying. And most of this is only because of my personal preference. It's not that I don't like some of the YouTubers. Some of them I have mixed feelings about. Others, it's just because either I already have that in my collection or it's something that I'm just not interested in. I'll be going through all of these different things. There are palettes, there's nails, there's a bunch of different stuff that I'm just not interested in, and it's just my personal preference. I just don't want to piss anybody off, and this is not bashing anybody. This is not bashing companies. This is just saying my personal preference and what I'm not going to be spending my money on. I will be doing a haul video in the next couple of days, and those are things that I feel like might be worth your money just a little bit more. So when I post that, I'll kind of give you an idea of what I'm going to be buying. But I definitely wanted to do this video because I know that anti-hauls are really popular right now, and I've been getting a lot of good and mixed reviews on these. So because of that, I definitely wanted to kind of continue the series. And I feel like right now the YouTube collaborations are kind of getting out of control, especially because it is kind of flooding the market. There are a lot that are going to be released here soon, so I wanted to add some of those in here too. So if you want to see what I will not be buying, just go ahead and keep on watching. So the first thing that I'm not going to be buying are these press-on nails. This is a collaboration from Nail Her. It's Nailhur and Nicole Guerrero. They have beautiful designs. They are press-on nails and they retail for $13.99. The idea behind this is that you get the kind of nails that she would wear in some of her videos, or you get to be like Nicole or whatever. I get my nails done and I understand the concept of them, but for $13.99, I don't know if I would be spending almost $15 with tax and everything on press-on nails. That's just not my speed. I know they say that they're reusable. Let me get you some more information on these guys. Okay, so Nail Her is a perfect I think that's what it is. If I'm wrong, I'm really sorry, guys. Is a perfect fix for your nail addiction and allows you to change your nails to match any look while achieving professional nail salon quality without spending a fortune. They're removable, they're reusable, and they're customizable. To remove and maintain a continuous use, remove your nails by soaking in warm water for 60 to 90 seconds. Carefully use fingertip to lift sides of the nail. Please do not force removal as needed. Soak further, yada yada yada. Okay, they're removable, they are reusable, and apparently they're customizable because you can buy different kits and kind of wear whatever you want. They've got 3D art, all of this stuff. I'm not a huge nail person. I do hair, so of course my nails are in water all the time, so this would not be good for any of you stylists or people who are using water a lot because they're gonna fall off. I just don't see the point or a draw, I guess is the right word. I mean, if you do not do your own nails and you think that, you know, for a night out, I totally understand. Just pressing these on, having a great night out, that's fine. But I'm not going to spend my hard-earned money on something like this when I can just get my nails done, because they're going to last me a lot longer. And there are a couple things online that talk about how Nicole Guerrero is in real life and that she's not a very nice person. I have never met her. I do not know her. I cannot pass that judgment because I do not know anything about this girl. This is all hearsay, and what I've heard is that she's not very nice. So again, I wouldn't want to support somebody who's not very nice. And if you are curious more about that, check out Sanders Kennedy. He is a kind of gossip beauty blogger. He is also a reporter and things like that. And I think a few years ago he had interviewed her and he had some stories about her. So if you want to see that, go ahead and look down below. I will link that for you. So the next thing on the list of things I'm not going to be buying, let me go ahead and bring this up. Next thing that I do have on the list is the Carly Baybel, I think that's what her name is, and the BH Cosmetics collaboration. I've heard so much about this palette. I've heard it's beautiful. I heard it's creamy and buttery and gorgeous, and that I'm sure it really is, because BH Cosmetics does kind of hit or miss when it comes to eyeshadows, and it looks like that there is like a contour color and some highlighting colors and some other stuff that are all in this palette. First off, I don't like palettes that are combined. Like if it has a cheek, a lip, and a highlight, I don't like those kinds of palettes. I want everything to be separate. That is my own OCD. That is not anybody else's stuff. So just personally, I can't handle a palette that has all this stuff in it, because I like my stuff segmented. If it's a lip palette, I want it to be all lip palette. If it's a highlight palette, I want it to be all highlight palette. If it is an eyeshadow palette, I want all eyeshadows. I don't want it to be mixed in and like force-fed all this different stuff. So that's my personal thing. Also, I mean, it is very affordable. It's $14.99, I believe. It was originally like 20 bucks, but now it's like $14.99 that you can get on bhcosmetics.com. I feel like this is something that is probably very gorgeous. It probably swatches out amazing. For me, I don't think that I would like it very much, for the pure fact it is very easy to buy these kinds of products that are more on the affordable side, because you see that it is a sale and that it is affordable. So we go crazy and start buying up everything, even though it's something we probably do not need. There are a lot of neutral colors here. There are things that we probably already have in our collection. Other palettes, the Naked palette for one, any of the Naked palettes really. I think that you can make the same looks with something that looks like this. I don't feel like it's something that's going to stand out in my collection. I probably would play with it for a couple of weeks and then probably just put back into these drawers right over here. I just don't feel like it's something that I would love on and finish and hit pan on, because there is a lot of product here as well. It's just not something that I'm going to be buying, even though it looks beautiful and it probably swatches absolutely gorgeous. I can't bring myself to actually do that. Plus I have enough of everything. But again, if you are someone who does not have a huge collection and are still kind of building or looking for something that's going to be universal for everyone, this would be perfect. I can't bring myself to buy it. It's something I know I'm not going to use. So the next one on the list of things I'm not going to be buying is the Nikki Tutorials Too Faced collaboration. I love Nikki Tutorials. I think that she's an amazing YouTuber. I don't think she's a whole lot of drama, which is great. And she kind of keeps it to the makeup and artistry of it. So I really appreciate that from her. But I'm not going to be buying this palette for two separate reasons. The Nikki Tutorials palette looks way too much like the Vegas Nay palette that was put out last year. And they come with the same essential colors, and they come with the same essential little doodads, the extra stuff, which is the Too Faced mascara, the Shadow Insurance, and like some glittery nonsense. At this point, I mean, it's a beautiful palette. I understand the power of makeup, and I really like the videos. I think that it went from being a statement of, you know, women empowerment to this whole, like, how can we profit off of this? And for me, it's just not something that I'm going to be buying. I think that it's just kind of overdone. I'm over it, and I mean, I have all these colors. If you have the Vegas Nay palette, it looks almost identical. The Vegas Nay palette has, hold on one second, 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay, so the Vegas Nay palette has 9 colors. It has a black, it's got a purple, it's got some neutrals, it's got some golds. It was really beautiful when it first came out. And again, it has a Shadow Insurance, the Better Than Sex mascara, and some glitter stuff. And the Nikki Tutorials has the purple, the black, the matte colors, and some of the shimmery colors as well. One highlighter, the Soleil bronzer, and then 2 blushes, as well as the mascara, the Shadow Insurance, and the glitter. And it does retail for $56. So the Vegas Nay, I think, was a little bit more affordable. I think this one, let's see how much that retailed for. I'm not 100% sure how much the Vegas Nay palette retailed for. I will find out and put it in the down bar below. It's not available. It was a limited one-time only thing for Christmas last year, but they look too similar for me to buy. I love palettes, don't get me wrong, but I want something a little bit different, but these two were very, very similar. So the next thing on the list of products I'm not going to be buying, this is the Manny MUA and Makeup Geek palette. It is gorgeous. It's beautiful. It has a pressed pigment that used to be a loose pigment that now is available in a pressed powder. And I mean, it swatches out gorgeous. There's very unique shades in here, which again, I really appreciate. So it does retail for $45, and it has been sold out in the past, and now it's available on the website. I don't know how much longer it will be available on the website, but it is. But the reason why I'm not buying it is because I feel like Manny, I don't know him. Again, I have never met him. It's just from the perception of being on the other side, being an outsider looking in, I feel like he is always in the drama. No matter if it was the Gerard Cosmetics thing, he was all mixed up in that. He has also been mixed up with the whole situation with Jeffree Star and Kat Von D and coming to Jeffree Star aid and defending him and all of this stuff. I just feel like he is in the middle of all this drama. I just can't bring myself to support somebody who's just a drama queen. And I don't know. I love Makeup Geek, period. Like, I love their shadows. I love their formula. I love the founder, the CEO of Makeup Geek for sure, but she is getting herself mixed up with somebody who's drama. I don't know. I watch some of his videos and I can only get halfway through because it's just too much for me. I don't know if it's a fake. I feel like it's fake on camera, kind of overdone, and that could just be me. And I don't want to, you know, turn anybody off because of that opinion. That is just, you know, something that I feel when I watch his videos. They are a little bit like forced and a little bit fake. He did get a lot of fame very quickly, so I'm sure that it is very hard to have a lot of people kind of following you and trying to keep up on the trends and stuff. But whatever the situation is, I'm just not going to be buying this palette, even though it looks gorgeous and it has that bright red. If I were to buy it, it would only be because of the red tone in here. I'm not sure what it's called. I think it's called Venus or something, but I can get that from the Melt stacks. If you want to buy it individually, you can buy it individually. It's just personal preference. So definitely will not be buying this one. So let's go ahead and talk about another collaboration with Too Faced. They are doing I think it's a Christmas 2016 collaboration with Kat Von D. I love Kat Von D. I think that she's got amazing products, and the collaboration is very cute. I think it's more cutesy than functional, for sure, unfortunately, because it does come again with a Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and I think it is full size and a full size tattoo liner and trooper. I'm not sure how much it's going to retail for. I don't know if there's going to be like a limited edition thing on this, or what the buzz is going to be on this. I have a feeling it's going to be absolutely crazy. It's kind of like the power of makeup. It's just going to be sold out immediately. And from what I'm looking at here, it comes with a black, a red, and a more tan tone, and then it's got more of like a charcoal, a light gray, and a white tone on the Kat Von D side. And then I'm sorry that I'm not looking directly at the camera. I just wanted to make sure I'm getting this right for you guys. And then on the Too Faced side, it's got like a pink, a champagne, a dark bronze, a green, like a really kind of army green, like a darker brown, and a charcoal color. I mean, it's nice, and I'm sure the shadows are going to be absolutely beautiful swatched and everything else. But again, if you've got anything from Kat Von D, her shadows are absolutely buttery and beautiful, and some of the glitters are kind of more, there's a lot of fallout, so I equate that to chunky because it is a lot of fallout and there's a lot of pigments everywhere. You might not agree with me there, that's fine. I just, at this point, am kind of over the collaborations and the functionality of this. You can't travel with this. It's a huge heart shape. I just don't know how much this is going to retail for. I know it's coming out in December and they're already talking about a volume 2. So I have a feeling this is just going to be an ongoing thing, and trying to keep up with getting or purchasing all of these different things is just going to be a freaking nightmare, because they're going to do volume 1, which this is what this is. Then they're already talking about doing a volume 2, and that's going to just spiral into like volume 3 and volume 4 and volume 5, and then you're going to try to keep up with the Joneses and buying all these things. It's not worth it. So I'm not going to even start buying them because I'm going to go into a crazy frenzy of buying all this stuff. I mean, this is, again, personal preference, but not for me. So the last one that I have on the list is a highlighter palette, and this is from Morphe, and it is in collaboration with Desi Danger. I have never seen this girl. I don't know what she's about. I've never heard of her or anything like that. So the palette looks like this. I did see a swatch and review kind of from Babs Beauty. I will go ahead and, I don't think it's linked, it was all on her Snapchat, but I will link her channel down below so that you can see her stuff. She's a beautiful, beautiful blonde, like gorgeous. And I mean, she does have some pretty insightful thoughts on certain products. I feel like she doesn't really buy into the hype. I know that this is going to have quite a bit of hype behind it because it is Morphe's first highlighter palette, and she was saying that the shade in the top corner, the top right corner, and the three on the very bottom are very pigmented, very beautiful, but the middle row is kind of hard to work with, and she did like the first two on the very top. I mean, for the most part, I've got so many highlighters and I've got all of that, and I'm trying to work out some way of getting rid of some of my non-eyeshadow palettes because either I don't use them or I have enough highlighters individually to do what I want them to do that I don't need a whole palette. And I mean, with Morphe shadows, they are really pigmented, they're really buttery. The quality is sometimes hit or miss on the matte shades, but this is supposed to be an entire highlighter palette. But she did say that the middle row on this palette was extremely pigmented and it was more of a blush topper than it was a highlighter. So I don't know, I know that they're going to be launching this at, I think it's the 28th or 29th of August. And I don't know what it's going to be retailing for. I know it's probably going to be pretty inexpensive because it is Morphe, but at the same time, that makes it more kind of seductive. I feel like more affordable products become more seductive to people because they think it's on sale or they think it is a good buy, when you could actually spend that money on one really beautiful highlighter and love it to death. And when you do hit pan, you kind of have a sense of accomplishment that you love something so much that you used it all up. I don't know, that's maybe just me, and I am a collector, but I am not I have to have all the collaborations kind of thing. But in this case, I don't think I'm going to be buying this particular palette just because either it's going to be sold out immediately, like the Kat Von D, Too Faced, and the Power of Makeup and things like that. They're so hyped that they're going to be sold out and nobody's going to be able to get their hands on them. And the fact that honestly, I have enough in my collection. If you are somebody who's starting out and has a couple of palettes or has one or two highlighters, this might be something that you're interested in. For me, because I do have quite a bit in my collection, I'm not going to be buying it. That is my anti-haul video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. If you'd like to see me anti-haul something specific, please go ahead and put it in the down bar below. I really appreciate it. Thumbs this up if you did like it. It does help me out. I love you guys so much. Have a wonderful afternoon, and I will see you guys in the next video. Oh, if you do want to find me, I am on social media. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook. Go ahead and look at the links below because I have put them down there for you. And again, I will see you in the next video. I love you. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.